If you don't see the spiral settings in Illustrator, click these three dots, which opens the All Tools palette. Then you locate the spiral tool and you drag it and drop it to wherever you want in the main toolbar. And to close this palette, either click here or click the triple dots again. So for the spiral settings, I'm going to go with 90% at 20 segments to give me this type of spiral. I'm going to increase under properties with the spiral selected. If you don't see properties, it'll be under Window, Properties. I'm going to try a more bold line. 10 seems good. Try to nudge a little thicker like that. That seems very nice. This could be tinted in Premiere, so I'm just going to leave it black here. And then go under File, Export, say for Web and Legacy. I'm going to increase the width and height of this to 1900. The file format is PNG. That gives the knockout background. I'll click on Save, and I'm going to save it as spiral.png. Right above this, I'm going to place an adjustment layer. And going under my project, I'm going to create a new adjustment layer. File, New, and there's adjustment layer. I'll click on OK. I'll drag that adjustment layer above the spiral. And then I'm going to apply to this adjustment layer an effect, and that effect is the Write On effect. And I'll drag that and put it on top of the adjustment layer. And in the screen you can see a tiny dot appears, and that's how we're going to draw out and trace this spiral that then we'll use a track mat to then reveal the spiral. Let's zoom in so we can see that brush a little better. There's 100%. Here in the effect control is Write On. We have different options for the Write On. Currently that's the position, and with Write On selected I can move that dot at the beginning of this line right there. Might be a little easier to see this on a different color. Double clicking the color mat, I could select a temporary color like red, a little darker red. So when I do click on the Write On the adjustment layer, we can see the gizmo around it. Brush size will increase the brush stroke size. So you want it big enough to cover the stroke without picking up another stroke. Hardness, like that, or is it harder? And I think I'm going to choose closer or hard edge. Brush opacity, I'm going to leave that 100%. Stroke length, how long will this stroke last? And I want this stroke to last a very long time. At least the duration of the clip and a little longer. So it's safe to write 60 for 60 seconds, a minute. I'm only planning to do this at 30 seconds. If I had a lower number, you would see as this draws on, when it reaches that time limit, let's say 10 seconds, then the end of this will start to erase as the beginning is still drawn on, which is an interesting effect. How close together are the points? And I'll put this very low, 0.001, and I'm ready to start drawing. So starting at frame 0, clicking the stopwatch for the brush position, then going forward 2 frames, 1, 2 in the timeline, selecting Write On again, and just moving that brush. You can see where it's pulling out the stroke. Go forward 2 frames, pressing the right arrow key on the keyboard, and then drag that dot, always making sure the Write On is selected, and I'll go press forward on the keyboard, another 2, and drag this dot out as we paint out the spiral. I'm going to fast forward the rest. Now that the ride-on is done, you could always play it out, see how it looks. And that's our spiral. That's going to be the mask for the top. So now it's time to use Track Matte. I'm going to take my adjustment layer and slide it underneath the spiral layer. So now the effect is happening underneath the spiral, like that. I'm going to select the adjustment layer and go for Track Matte and apply it to the adjustment layer. And under the effect control for Track Matte key, the video layer that I want to mask from is Spiral PNG, which is that layer. Now when I play it out, we can see our result, which is a perfectly drawn spiral. To adjust how fast this happens, we would use nest of the sequence and then just do a duration on it to make it happen quicker. So I would select both of these layers together, then right click, create nest, and I would call it spiral, which is the spiral sequence.